I came home to find all my things stuffed into garbage bags by the gate. My mom stood there with my siblings and said, "You're 25. Get out now." Imagine landing after your biggest career triumph, buzzing with pride, only to find your entire life, everything you own, crammed into garbage bags, piled like a cruel monument at your own front gate. And then, my mother, arms crossed, flanked by my siblings, looked me dead in the eye and said, "You're 25 now. It's time for you to get out." That moment, that shocking, humiliating betrayal, shattered everything I thought I knew about family. Growing up in suburban Chicago, life was never simple, especially after my dad passed when I was just 7. My older siblings, Jackson, Natalie, and Kevin, had years more with him, but I barely remembered his face without a photograph. Dad's death changed my mom, Sandra. The warm, laughing woman I vaguely recalled hardened, measuring love by achievement, sacrifice, and obedience. "I gave up everything for you kids" became her mantra, always followed by a stinging, "The least you could do is." As the youngest, I got some benefits, better financial footing for braces in college, but I also bore the brunt of her emotional exhaustion. She micromanaged my life, from friends to my college major. My siblings, her golden children, followed her script. Jackson, the surgeon; Natalie, the corporate attorney; Kevin, the engineer. They married her approved partners, bought homes in her preferred neighborhoods, and had kids on her timeline. They were her proof of excellent parenting. Then there was me. I dared to study marketing, not medicine. I took a job at a startup, not an established firm. And at 25, I was stubbornly single. By most standards, I wasn't rebellious, but in our family, I was the black sheep. "When will you get a real job?" Mom would ask over Sunday dinner. Natalie was making 6 figures at your age. Every word was a jab. Despite the tension, I lived at home after college. It was practical. My entry-level marketing job paid modestly, and Chicago rent was insane. Living with Mom let me save and tackle student loans. "You can stay as long as you need," she'd said initially. Family supports family. But her support came with invisible chains. I paid rent, bought groceries, did most of the chores. I was her chauffeur, her tech support, and her captive audience for endless complaints about neighbors, coworkers, and, sometimes, my siblings, though never to their faces. My siblings were just as complicated. To them, I was still the baby. My opinions held no weight. Any family disagreement, and they'd unite with Mom, my perspective dismissed as immature or uninformed. "You'll understand when you have more life experience," Jackson would condescendingly say, ignoring my 4 years of living alone in college and my international travels, experiences he never had. As I neared my mid-20s, the struggle between independence and family duty became unbearable. My friends were living their own lives, dating freely, staying out late without check-in texts. I envied their freedom, trapped by both finances and a suffocating sense of obligation. Then came an opportunity that felt like a lifeline. My marketing firm landed a huge client, and, because I had the freshest ideas, I was chosen to present our campaign in New York. My first business trip. My first solo presentation to a major client. Potentially, my first real career break. I'd spent weeks preparing, rehearsing until I could recite the pitch in my sleep. The night before my flight, Mom was distracted, barely acknowledging my nervous excitement. "I'll be back late Friday night," I reminded her, washing dishes. "Fine," she mumbled, eyes glued to her phone. "Jackson and Natalie are coming over Saturday with the kids. Make sure you're here to help." I swallowed my disappointment. I'd hoped this professional milestone would finally earn her approval, prove my path was viable, and show her I was an adult, not a disappointing child. The New York presentation was a dream. Full story on the channel link below. Click now and watch what happened next.